I was so inspired by this. Thank you so much for making that for us, John. All of you guys tuning in the morning, really appreciate it. Over from California, wherever you're tuning in from, let us know in the comments. If it's the first time you're watching, where you are. Andrew will be coming in probably in about the hour mark. I think he had a very last minute session book in, so he told me he's going to be a bit late today, but still probably tuning in later. It's been another crazy week, guys. Another hectic week in AI, just so much going on. Want to know what your opinions are, what you've been seeing out there in the community, whichever community you're coming from, if it's design, advertising, filmmaking, music videos, whatever it is. Can't wait to hear. I was setting up my camera all day, and I'm still coming through on the webcam today because there's still some last minute settings to get all the white balance right and get everything right, but it's in the works. We've got a full studio going, so really happy that all of the tech's now finally arrived. It's just about getting those tweaks ready, getting that time to get those tweaks ready is more so the thing at the moment. But yeah, let us know. I see Pedro tuning in. I see Spirit. I see Eric. I see lots of people coming through LinkedIn. Give us a LinkedIn comment just to make sure we're fully live. I see a lot of YouTube comments, I meant to say. Music's funky. Let me know how the music is levels wise, guys. If you find it distracting or if you find it a good addition to the show. I personally enjoy it, but I understand if hearing someone talk over the top of music is also quite a difficult thing, especially if you're working at the same time as Afrofuture is. Afternoon. We've got people tuning in. Let's go. Hello from Nebraska. Hello from Maidenhead, Berkshire. Music's always a good addition, says the new legend that I just met, Marko. My man Chris, let's go, Pedro. Good morning from Canada. Let's go. Vibing whilst working. That's the sort of mentality we want. Making AI films whilst passively watching AI films and talking about AI news. And yeah, that's why we do this live stream, guys. Just cool people hanging out, watching all of your stuff. Last week, we actually had probably our biggest week ever for the amount of things we were submitted versus what we watched on the show. Obviously, we have a very high standard. Don't feel offended if we leave anything out. Maybe it just didn't go in with the particular show that we've got lined up. We try and get a bit of everything. So if you've done something kind of in a similar genre to somebody else that we've selected for that week, again, don't feel offended that we didn't pick your piece. If you're watching this, it may be just that we had something already in that tonality or that particular thing. It's kind of crazy how week to week things keep lining up. We had all of a sudden the music was brilliant 2 weeks ago, then we had the color grading amazing last week. I wonder what this week will be. We've got French Riviera tuning in. Awesome. Experimenting with voice AI, says Damien. Let's go. Doha in the building. Devon, England in the building. Hey, we've got the producer leaving his own comments. Loving it. Paul is in the background for those unaware and are new to the show. And Andrew is the usual co-host, and he'll be tuning in probably in the hour mark. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Right, I think we've had enough time to sort of get everybody on board, get everyone talking. Those unfamiliar with each other, go and check each other out. Everybody's found us predominantly through LinkedIn, but now, as we've been saying week to week, the better live experience is definitely through YouTube. There's a lot less delay and a lot more active chat engagement and stuff like that. We do have a new system for polling. If you're sort of watched us a few months ago and you haven't tuned in again recently, we have an active poll. So this works with a voting system for 1, 2, and 3. Mash that on your keyboard when I let you know that the poll is live after a piece that we've just watched. We won't put polls up on according to the news and sort of the early videos that we're going to watch in the show, but as soon as we get into anything creative, there will be a poll. So yeah, if you're just working and you want to engage with the show a little bit, 1, 2, or 3, when I tell you there's a poll up, 1 will represent hell yeah, that's one of the best ones I've watched. 2 is okay, and 3 is not for me, basically as the overlying how the voting works. We got Oman in the house. Let's go. International. Right, guys. Paul, if you could cut the music, that'd be great. Let's get into the news. I'm loving the intro music, though. It does feel like I talk in a certain rhythm and stuff. So, yeah. Oh. Sorry, I think I just had a call coming in on my phone. I hope that hasn't interrupted it too much. Hopefully, I'm still hearing it. If you guys are hearing me okay, let me know. I should really put my phone on airplane mode during the show. Lesson learned. Okay, anyway, let me get to my producer notes and we will talk about the news. So I haven't really got much in terms of the news this week. Actually, we'd love some feedback from you guys in terms of big platform updates and stuff like that. There's a lot of hints going around the new VO. Some are thinking it's an Omni model. Some are thinking it's a teaser for VO4, but we're not really seeing any confirmations this way or the other. So we haven't got anything, basically to showcase in that regard. That's just a bit of a note that I had. But the first big news update that we do have to share is that if you're a Lovable user and a LinkedIn Premium user, then essentially there's a new partnership that they've done together so that you can get free access to Lovable with Premium LinkedIn. And this now has an update similar to Claude Design in essentially that Claude 4.7 got this new design elements to it. And now it seems that Lovable has got something very similar. And we found a quick video to showcase for this, just under 1 minute. So let's watch that.
Great design takes time. From color to texture to typography to touch. Introducing your new design partner. Build with intention. Collaborate with your team. Leave comments and tag Lovable to action changes. And generate from text prompts, visual references, or ask Lovable for inspiration. Great design. It used to take time.
So guys, what do you think? Some new design elements to Lovable. Have you been using Lovable? That's the first question. Design seems to be coming a lot more into these vibe coding tools and these vibe launching tools. Let us know what you've been trying, if it's been Cursor, if it's been Claude, if it's been Lovable. Let us know what you've been using. But yeah, we're happy obviously to see a lot of the design elements are now coming in. So that's really exciting. Just adjusting my levels. How's the sound, guys? Paul, the producer, telling me it's a bit poppy at the moment, so I'm just checking that everything's coming through all right. Don't want to... It's really hard when I don't have my co-host here, so I can check the levels on his end. So yeah, it looks like... Is it better than Claude Code for web design? That's the question Marko's asking. It looks like California Girls using Lovable. Yes, been creating apps with Lovable. Uni1 for design. Yes, we have got Simon Meyer's video as well, Eric. I saw that he made a great one with Agent 1 for Invideo, so we've got that one to showcase later as well. Korea have launched a new AI model as well. That is another piece of news that we didn't get to that Spirit Novel has identified. And we did actually get access to this. So shout out to the Korea team for getting us a code to do that. I was actually on a call with the Dor Brothers when he was asking about this model and I got an access code to it. It's really interesting, actually. I told him it's like a really fascinating midway point between sort of nano banana level control but mid-journey style aesthetic. So let us know if you've had the chance to use the new Korea image model as well. I think it's called K1 or K2, something like this. Yeah, so shout outs to the Korea team for giving us early access to that, and hopefully we're going to get them on as potential partners of the show in the future, actually, as well. I had a really good chat with their team. I did forget about that piece of news, to be fair, and actually may go and grab a video for that during the show, but let's keep continuing with the show. If you guys have seen any other news, though, you've highlighted the Korea model there and some other stuff. Let us know in the comments what you've seen and maybe what we've missed. I've been really busy at the moment, so it's really hard to keep hold of all of the news that's going on in the AI space, but let's keep going with the show. The first one we've got in the ad section is by Spencer Pratt, and this is an AI Batman campaign ad for LA Mayor by Charlie Curran. Pratt's campaign has been claimed that the videos were not officially commissioned. His spokesperson said that Pratt is simply so popular that fans are creating tribute videos on their own. However, Pratt heavily amplified the content by reposting it to millions of his followers just before the major campaign milestones, such as his 2026 debate with incumbent Karen Bass. Let's check it out.
Please, I'm begging you. There's homeless drug addicts in front of the schools. My children aren't safe.
Look, if you were a transgender migrant, I could get you a free pussy.
Let's move the drug addicts closer.
Bass already solved crime. I endorse her.
Next!
Please, I just want to rebuild my home. It's been over a year.
Mom, look!
This is a machine. If we want to burn this town to the ground, pull through that!
I feel so close.
You can do it, Spencer!
Now.
So we're showing this with the idea that we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the future. Essentially, yeah, like I said, this isn't officially from the official politician, but using their platform, they're able to retweet it and amplify it. And so sort of not claiming the legal liability and stuff like this. And, you know, basically, what do you think of this, guys? I want to see it. Dor Brothers light, says Reza. The Dor Brothers style is so influential. Exactly. It even had Rogan in it, and lots of the characters he uses, like Kamala Harris and people like that. So let us know in the comments exactly what you thought about this. You know, essentially propaganda is going to be coming through AI videos, whether politicians say they want it directly or not. You know, they can claim it as fan art or whatever. They may have commissioned it in the back end, and we'll discover this all on a Netflix series in a year from now. We live in strange times, huh? But yeah, so kind of crazy how much IP was used there, genuinely, like, and then just putting yourself in as a Batman character, using famous music, using famous people, you know, pure propaganda. Yeah, it's kind of insane, isn't it? Like, if you think about it, like, but I want to see some discussions, getting lots of threes coming in the chat, obviously. It is kind of like, what's going on, you know, but like we're doing this as a pre-warning for everyone out there that we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the next weeks, months, when local elections, like massive elections, come along. People will be amplifying these videos through social media, and it's going to become like a Hail Mary of stuff going on out there. Hey, I see my boy Kareem tuning in and a few others in the chat. Let's go, guys. I didn't even say that the poll was open. I should have said that for those that are just listening through audio, but yeah, the poll is open. We're going to close the poll in a minute for this one because yeah, we need to move on to some actually good stuff. But lots of threes coming in, obviously. Some people saying it's good. You know, I mean, there's a claim that it was somewhat well made, but you know, Dor Brothers Light is exactly the sort of feeling that I got from it, and just yeah, don't like seeing it with politicians, and it's all about intent, isn't it? So, right. Hello, people. JK Fidden in the building. Let's go. Thank you for the LinkedIn comment. Good to know that we are live through LinkedIn as well. We're also through Substack this week. We've been trying in previous weeks to go via X, and we may do again in the future, but we can only hook up sort of 3 streams at the moment. So we've got LinkedIn, YouTube, and Substack right now. So if you didn't know, get to know that we're on Substack, but also Luma. If you're new to the show, we are on Luma. And if you didn't come via Luma, if you came via LinkedIn or YouTube, then definitely check out our Luma landing page for the newsletter, because one of the biggest comments we get week to week is, where can I find all the links to the original pieces for all of the content that we watched in the live show? And that will be produced on the newsletter that's delivered 24 to 48 hours after the live show has gone. And that can be found via Luma. Big time outrage baiting there. Exactly. You're on a little bit of a delay there. I know on LinkedIn there's about a minute or so delay. You're absolutely right. That is big time outrage baiting, and it works. There's no denying it. Social media algorithms lap that stuff up, and political propaganda is just going to go wild in the social media times with AI generative videos and all of this stuff. So we're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly in the next coming years, guys. It's going to be truly a sight to behold. But people like this, who is one of the most talented filmmakers I've met in many, many years, are going to be the good sides, you know? Good old Marko, good old Reza, other people that are watching, so talented, award-winning film directors. Right. Let's keep going with the show. Anyway, the next video I had to watch is by Yigit Kirca, and it's for the Luma Dream Brief competition entry, plus a behind the scenes. This was my entry to the Luma Dream Brief competition. The brief was to reimagine Luma as a new product, so I turned it into a premium sports brand. I wanted to show what actually goes into an ad made with AI. This is a premiere timeline. Safe to say 90% of my time went into the edit on this one. In this note, I'm just going to say that there are actually 2 videos that we're going to watch back to back here. So we're going to watch the first video, and then we're going to see the behind the scenes. Let's go.
Am I ready? Wrong question. Ready was decided yesterday. And the day before that. In the cold, in the rain, in the silence. Readiness isn't found, it's forged. In every step, every second you chose not to stop. So when it's time to show up, you won't flinch, because you stayed ready. Am I ready? Wrong question. Ready was decided yesterday. And the day before that. In the cold, in the rain, in the silence. Readiness isn't found, it's forged. In every step, every second you chose not to stop. So when it's time to show up, you won't flinch, because you stayed ready.
That beat was nice, huh? Shout outs to Yigit for showing a behind the scenes timeline for people that think, AI videos are all just one prompts. You could see the actual timeline itself with all the edits and how much more went into the edit than the actual generation. So the poll is open on this one now. Try and vote on the original ad itself. The behind the scenes video was just a great thing that we found. Also, Yigit's the creative director at Wonder Studio. Shout out to Wonder Studios. Been tuning into their live sessions recently with PJ Ace and others. Absolutely awesome to see workflows like this. And Kareem, my boy, who's tuning in, it was just showing off this giant Figma board of how everything works. And this all goes on the theme of there's a lot more to this AI stuff than, just prompting a few scenes that 15 seconds C dance gives you and, posting that onto X. This is real AI, and how it's supposed to be done. And not everybody shows behind the scenes. So we always applaud those that do, because then we can actually see, the workings of how this person has edited, and it gives you a lot more insight, especially when people say the actual tools that we used and stuff like this. We can really get to grips with it. Later in the show, actually, we've got one of Dave's prompts that he kindly gave out on X that Paul used. I'm not going to spoil that one too much, but so it's really handy when people are giving out stuff for us to try. But the poll will close for this one now, getting lots of ones, some twos, a few threes in that one. But it's not for everyone, that one, but it was really, really nicely edited, and really appreciate the behind the scenes. For me, the beat was great, the editing was great, the pacing was great, it felt on brand. For whatever brand it was, like a sports brand type commercial, it felt right. So, very interesting behind the scenes, says Guy. Yes, exactly. And we really do appreciate it when people give these behind the scenes. Like I said, not all creators do. They keep it a bit more private, but we're much more likely to show it on the show if we find both the piece and the behind the scenes piece afterwards, so that we can show our audience. Where does one access the poll on LinkedIn? I'm a 2 for last. So whenever I say that the poll is live, essentially you can have one vote per poll. So you can hit multiple numbers. You can mash 1 if you really love it, but you'll only be counted once, obviously. And as soon as I say that the poll is live, I appreciate that LinkedIn is like a minute behind. So I'll try and keep the poll open for a little bit longer for those tuning in through LinkedIn. If you still want some time to vote, just let me know. YouTube is a little bit less delayed. So all comments come through from every platform we're streaming to. So it doesn't matter where you type your comments, LinkedIn, YouTube or Substack, or they'll all come directly through. Right, let's keep going. So the next one we've got is already been alluded to by Eric. Always sharp on it, Eric. He knows exactly what to showcase, even if it's the day of, like it was today. So I'm really glad we did some late curation for this one to grab that one that Eric suggested, which is by Simon Meyer, of course. This is the Mercedes-Benz Spec Ad that he created. Now, he made this Spec Ad for Mercedes-Benz commercial with an AI agent, and it was sponsored by Invideo. This is their new Agent 1, they're calling it. However, he did do this same concept, exactly the same, actually, almost 10 months ago. So basically, he's lifted one of his previous concepts. If you remember, and give us a shout out in the comments if you do remember this, because it's about 10, 11 months old now, if you've been following Simon Meyer that long, that he posted the original one. But let's check out the new one that he's done with this agent.
Do you remember when owning one was just a dream? When the idea of going anywhere felt like escape? Not reality. That kind of freedom. The one that lived quietly in the back of your mind. Now, it's parked right outside.
Yeah, so again, the polling will now open for this one if you're tuning in just through audio, so that you know. yes, if you remember the original, give us a shout out. I was going mad in the green room. Honestly, I was like, I'm sure I've seen this before. The hand on the car. I think it was a Jeep last time or something like that. But then I found out it was actually Simon's original idea that he'd done about 10 months ago. So he's kind of reusing the same concept, but rebuilt it in the agent. And yes, we're getting a lot of ones coming through straight away on this one. It's really an interesting... we're in an interesting time where agents are starting to become more and more part of the AI creative process. We've got Luma agents, we've got Octo from Dramina, now we've got other things going on. It's fascinating, and we've got Invideo agent that we're being seen here. Yes, so ideas matter more than anything now, guys. Seriously, like the idea and the reference images and the boards that you create, the storyboards and stuff, they just matter so much more when agents are able to create clips like this, that you're able to grab the favorite clips and then edit it together. And yeah, so lots of ones coming in there. Hey, we got Big Al tuning in. Let's go. We got John Alexander as well. Mary, as always. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. And we got lots of LinkedIn's coming in, and we've even got 4 through Substack. Let's go Substack. Gosh. We should have tuned to Substack earlier on, it seems. I forgot that we had an audience growing there for our Midjourney stuff. So, yeah, it's cool to see that that's coming in. Getting some comments like, more interested in a longer demonstration narrative character, not just object consistency across from JK Fidden there. Yeah, interesting stuff, huh? Well, we'll close it out for that one. Simon and others are so prolific. We've got Dave coming up twice, actually. We've got Dave coming up, Dave Clark, an OG of this show. I said to him in the WhatsApp, I'm like, oh man, it's like nostalgic times. It's like the beginning of the show when we had a piece to show from you every week. He's back in those territories again. Suddenly he's making like a whole load of stuff again in all different genres, music, videos. It's so cool. Right, so we are now progressing into the section of the show called Films and Everything Else We Think is Cool. So we've rapidly got through the ads, we've rapidly got through the news this week. It's probably because I've got no Andrew to bounce off of, and we're half an hour into the show, but we've got loads and loads of content in this section of the show. So we're live for 2 hours, and yeah, we're live at the same time every week if you're the first time tuning in. Make sure that you like and subscribe to YouTube and like and subscribe to our Luma so that you can get the newsletter and event sign-ups automatically delivered to you instead of having to come through LinkedIn. Yay, we got the likes and subscribe animation come up. Let's go. All right. What have we got next in the show? Let's check it out. So now we're going to go to, I'm going to have to pronounce this right, Sincitium. It's a Runway big pitch contest entry by Contamination. I met these guys actually down at Bionica Worlds. Really, really cool guys. Javier de la Chica and Guillermo Miranda. So let's check it out.
Cuando el invasor es demasiado grande para un solo macrófago, varios se fusionan en uno solo. Un nuevo organismo. Mucho más grande. Esto se conoce como Sincitium.
Teoría de la exclusión. Mecanismos de autodestrucción en el sistema inmune. Por Matilde Peña de la Cruz. ¿Conoce las excavaciones del Valle de Ergueta?
¿Qué quiere de mí? Ocho años estudiando en París para terminar diagnosticando fiebres en un pueblo abandonado.
¿Quién ha dicho que esté abandonado?
Si no entro en esa mina va a seguir muriendo gente.
La mina no es lugar para señoritas. Se podría decir que el pueblo está pasando por una pequeña crisis de fe.
Un secreto. El valle entero lo escucha.
Wow, guys. That art direction, that music, the sound design, all of it. It was so good. I mean, polls are now open. Apparently there is a massive delay on LinkedIn, so we'll definitely keep the poll open for a bit longer. So sorry about the delay for some of you. That was absolutely incredible to me. I was brought into everything. The edit, the style, the characters, the music, the sound design, every single element of that to me is just like so watchable. Even this outro bit where it's like, you know, the little logo and graphics, it's just so clean. It's just so thoughtful. Multi-characters talking in scenes like this, really, really nice. Just great. Let us know in the comments what you think about that one. Highlight of the show for me so far, definitely. Really, really nice. This animation style, it's just so awesome that we can do this now, right? Like having this specific style and the continuity of this style and the consistency of character from shot to shot to shot. It's so awesome and so watchable, honestly. Congrats to that team. And it was awesome to meet you in person as well. And no doubt we'll be running together a lot more in the future because you're going to be entering and winning a lot of awards, no doubt. Right. Final votes coming in. Lots and lots of ones coming in. I'm seeing for this one. Got a final couple coming in from LinkedIn now. I know that there's a big delay on LinkedIn, as I said. Yep, some final more votes coming in now. I love too that you can cast a vote like JK is doing and also give notes. So if you do have the time to give more of a bit of feedback as to why you voted for that number, two, there being great camera control, but one, if they held on to some of those scenes and frames a bit longer, a bit too clippy with fast cut edits for JK there. And again, I won't try to read direct feedback from you guys. If you want to stay more anonymous, just let me know that you'd rather me not read out your exact comment on the show or something like this. I want you to have some anonymous voting as well. We're still getting used to this polling stuff. It's a brand new widget that we got given in StreamYard. So it's really great that it works and everything, but I'm still, you know, trying to find the best way for it to actually work in the show so that you guys can have anonymous feedback and give the creator the best possible ways to improve their stuff and stuff like this. That's the whole point of the show. You know, it's reviewed by you, it's reviewed by me, it's reviewed by Andrew, and we all do this in a live sort of way. Me and Paul are the only ones that have seen the videos prior to the show. Andrew himself actually has a live experience just like you guys, where he has a live reaction to all of this stuff. So for the next one in the show, I think this is quite a chunky one, so we're going to load it in a different way. It is called N.E.X.U.S Confidential, which is also another Runway big pitch contest. This one's a 3-minute piece by Chuck Arnold. In a stylish mid-century world of secret agencies, rogue geniuses, and polished lies, 2 N.E.X.U.S agents stop impossible threats before the world knows it was ever in danger. So, with all of that knowledge, let's check out N.E.X.U.S.
be a whiskey bottle?
You would know.
I don't understand modern art.
Not surprising.
Yes, Chief? We'll be right there.
What is it?
Artistic expression will have to wait. Judy calls.
I hope we get to use the big guns this time.
You took your time.
Traffic.
R-A-G-E. Removing all of God's enemies.
That's new.
They call him the Lion. He doesn't have to believe it, they do. They're planning something public.
Where?
You're gonna find out.
And if we're right?
Then you stop it.
When do we leave?
When I finish this sandwich.
This season on N.E.X.U.S Confidential.
Aren't you beautiful, dear?
Oh, thank you. She seemed like such a nice old lady.
Hopefully she knows how to ski. Funny thing about this job, you spend your whole life trying not to be seen.
And yet here you are, making conversation.
I'm trying something new. Do you trust people easily?
No. Do you?
I'd like to. I think we're about to get wet.
Judo chop!
In a mid-century world of secret agencies and polished lies, two N.E.X.U.S agents stop threats before the world knows it was ever in danger. N.E.X.U.S Confidential.
Oh gosh, you guys make me laugh. So the polling is now open for this piece. Paul was just saying it feels a bit James Bond, but it is very fun. And both of these were were submitted to us. So thank you very much for submitting to us. We love you guys. You have loads of fun. That one was incredibly well, referenced to the time period. Like everything felt genuine to that time period. So really good there on the art direction and the consistency and the faithfulness to this time period. James fun. Exactly. I definitely had a lot of James Bond feeling. Spy perfect. We're getting all sorts of comments from you guys. I saw some hilarious ones earlier as well. What did I see? Oh god, you guys are hilarious, honestly. Yeah, the references in this one were just all over the place, weren't they? It was lots and lots of fun, but the concept style and everything around it was just it was. If you love it, you love it, you know. If it was made for you, it was made for you. That's what you've always got to take into context with these things. As I said in the advertising a few weeks ago, try and put yourselves into the ideal buyer persona of that brand. You know, it may not be for you. It may be Hello Kitty. It may be K-pop. It may be whatever. But does it work? Does it sell to that audience that they're trying to appeal to? That's what I always try to take into context when watching these things. Now, for me, I love this style, so I have to take that into context as well. I have a bias towards this style and a certain style of music and stuff like that. But yeah, final votes coming in for this one. Lots and lots of ones and some twos coming in here. Not a single three for this one, which is interesting to see. We got Chuck Arnold saying, thanks, guys. I made it for me. Had a great time making it. Mate, there's nothing better than making something that you enjoy and finding an audience that's similar to you. Really appreciate you submitting and for tuning in. And if you guys love that piece, which I can see lots of ones coming in, you know, go and chat to Chuck after this and look out for the LinkedIn post and the feature later on in the week and the newsletter feature as well. Yeah. Congrats again for being made into the show. Like I said, we don't pick everyone that's submitting to us, and it's not because we necessarily don't like the video or something like that. It might be we've already got something very similar, you know, planned for that week, or so we move you to a later week, or it may be that Chuck, are you British? Go Chuck. Awesome work. People asking about what tools were used there, Chuck. If you don't mind sharing that would be really nice. If you do want to keep it private, we also respect that as well. You know, you don't need to share everything and how you made everything. Tuning in from Tennessee, he says, congrats, Chuck, on a great piece. Danny is another, hero of the show, as is Glenn, been featured multiple times, both of them. Yeah, lots of people saying awesome work. You got the British humor down to a T. Well done. It's really hard to pull off a British character. I saw Uncanny Harry's character the other day, Afro. We watched him at the same time we watched your piece, actually. You were doing a presentation, so you couldn't tune in. And this character that you created with one mid-journey image was amazing. Like, it was a really great British character, great British voice. We've got to see more British voices as AI characters. Let's go. Loving the vintage appeal, loving the intro titles, people even pointing out the little nuance bits like Andrew and others do. Yes, those little bits matter, at the very tippy top. It's about how much polish did you actually manage to put in there, and you really put in a lot there. So great job, Chuck. Right, let's keep going with the show. Next one we have is called October Blues. So we're a bit out of season, but I love the title anyway. It is by Stéphane Tranquillin, and it's a giant octopus in New York City struggling to find his place until he discovers his true calling. Let's check it out.
My name's Octo. I live in New York. Don't ask why an octopus like me lives here. That's a long story. But man, being accepted here, it's tough. They love to see me ballin'. Statistically, I'm unbeatable. But no one invites me to the after party. I can prepare a full tasting menu in 12 minutes. But they always ask me to stay in the kitchen, never in the dining room. They call me efficient, never essential. I've been hairdresser, barman, DJ. Always the same. I'm good, but they don't accept me. So I went to see my friend Emma at the New York Aquarium. She always has some good advice whenever I feel depressed. And this time, she only told me one thing. Don't overthink. Use your ink. And, as usual, she was right. Instead of trying to act like a human, I should have emphasized what makes me different.
I hold the exhibition of here of Octo.
That's what I did for the last years. I'm now the only artist doing artwork with its own ink. And that, my friends, that makes me unique.
Don't overthink, use your ink, guys. So the polling is now going to open for this one. Get your votes in now. What did you think? I really liked it. Great story, nice character, good VFX usage in AI. Again, a lot of people question, why use AI for something like this? Well, CGI and VFX is extraordinarily expensive to pull off this octopus character so consistently from shot to shot. So it's a very good use case here of why use AI to save a lot of costs, and we can now have this level of character continuity, which really matters. The original idea, Glenn is saying, is why he gave it a 1. So again, thank you for voting with a bit of feedback as to why you gave it that particular number. So getting Chuck give you a 1 as well. So great storytellers, admiring other great storytellers. You guys honestly are so talented. we really want to showcase this to the world. You know, it's incredible what we're watching these days. The standard has just gone up week to week to week, and getting lots and lots of ones coming in. I'll give a little bit of a last minute for the LinkedIn guys, because we know that there's definitely a big delay coming in through the LinkedIn. As to the voting, we got just a LinkedIn vote coming in just now. Another one. Wow, this might be the first straight ones across the board. So isn't it incredible? You can just have a story, have a character, you have this specific octopus, you know, you want to pull it off scene to scene. You can so do it now. It's remarkable. Honestly, we live in remarkable times. Obviously, Sea Dance was mentioned at the end there, which is, again, thank you to the creator for mentioning the tool that they used. It was almost predictable, though, because this level of character continuity is only really and available through Sea Dance, or maybe Kling if you're pushing it on the 4K level and stuff like this. But yeah, well curated scenes and good music. Really, really nice piece there. Even loved this like ink art at the end that looked like you know, like a modern art gallery and stuff like that. The Octo Blues, everything works, doesn't it? The name, the title, the character, the storyline, just so much goodness in that one. Ones across the board, it looks like, from everyone tuning in. Right, so we'll close the poll out for that one. Really, really nice work. It's octopi have 8 brains and no fossils found so far. Now that is a fact of the week. Let's go. We had a late vote come in there as well for a LinkedIn user. Sorry about that you didn't miss. You missed the poll, but we'll count that as a 1. And another 1 just came in as well from Max Art there. So some late poll entries. But yeah, you guys right on cue with everybody else. The rise of anthropomorphism, says Tezzy. I love it. You know, these characters that are a little bit more human-like. Right, let's keep going. This one has no title. It's just a little bit of a fun animation. It's a 47-second thing by Marko Slavnic. It was made in just a few hours and a handful of gens. Let's check it out.
What is it?
It's one of those things they talk into.
You mean a phone?
Whatever it's called.
It's called a phone, and that's not a phone.
I think it's a phone.
And I think you're a nitwit.
Your mother's a nitwit.
What did you say?
Ow, ow,
ow, stop that!
What you guys looking at?
A phone.
I'm going to kill you.
Why don't you just push the button?
Yeah, genius. Why don't you just push the button?
Why don't you just push the button?
You push it.
Ow, stop
you
that!
push it. No, you push it. Guess it's not a phone. I want to go next.
You guys may have seen this because it was going viral everywhere. The poll is now open for this one. As I said, it was just made with a couple of gens, and it's got a very Pixar look, admittedly, but it's, you know, fun storytelling. It's kind of unique. It's very watchable. It's definitely not in the AI slop department. It's very watchable. So it's interesting times we live in, huh, guys, that somebody can do this in a few hours with a specific idea that they've got and bring these characters to life, getting so many ones coming in straight away through this one. Yeah, kind of incredible. There's about a 1 or so minute delay. Yes, so on LinkedIn, we'll keep the poll open for a little bit longer on this one. Oh my God, it's really amazing the times that we are in now with Sea Dance and all of these tools. Like, I think this one was made via Runway, but as we know, Runway now hosts Sea Dance. In fact, nearly everyone hosts Sea Dance. You can get it through Magnific, you can get it through everywhere. So with all of these incredible tools for storytelling, it's just about picking the right one for pulling off your particular scene. And in this case, you know, just great character consistency through Sea Dance and some great animation. The dialogue actually worked really well on this one. And yeah, ones across the board again. We're getting a lot of ones this week. It's great to see. last minute votes coming in through LinkedIn. We know there's a bit of a delay on there, so it was only a 47-second piece. So we'll just give a last 15 or so seconds for those people on LinkedIn to vote in. But yeah, it looks like, again, straight ones on that one. If you've seen that in your timeline, let us know in the comments as well. I'd seen it multiple times, reshared on X via various different people. I think Runway have just posted it up on their LinkedIn profile as well, made with Runway. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of this, guys, seriously. Original IP like that as well, where if it's slightly less Pixar or, and a slightly more of a unique art style will be very, very valuable. I think kids storytelling, through YouTube specifically, is going to be $1 billion AI industry in itself. If YouTube allows this stuff, we're hearing, mixed reviews from you guys out there about being demonetized through YouTube with just using pure AI content, because it's essentially hitting you with the filter of could be slop if it's just pure AI. So yeah, let us know what you think about all of that. We're in a bit of a battle as well with copyright music that you guys choose to use in your things. So if you don't show up in the show, it may be not because we didn't love your piece. It may be because you used a piece of copyrighted music that we can't actually put live through the show, because then the YouTube stream will get flagged and demonetized and all of this stuff. So don't take it too badly if you don't show up on the show, especially if you are choosing to use copyright music and stuff like this. Suno 5.5 is amazing though. Submit your own work using this new URL. We used to have one for the Chris Branch live show. Now we are the AI live show, just across the board. So look out for that URL and go and post your work to there to be featured on the show potentially in the future. I'm going to be away in California twice, actually, confirmed now. So if you're going to be at Google I.O., let us know in the comments if you're going to be there. I'd love to meet up with some of you guys. Or if you're going to be at Upscale San Francisco as well, which is Magnific's event, let us know in the comments, and I'd love to meet up with you there as well. Definitely confirmed on those coming up in the next month or so. So there may be some interruptions to the live stream, although I would love to do, and if anybody's watching from Magnific, a live stream from San Francisco potentially. I talked to Chris first about this, doing the show from there. But again, nothing is confirmed yet. I would just love to know if that's going to be possible, because essentially we want to bring the live show to you guys every single week, whether I'm away or not. And it could be part of the thing that I'm going to, that we live broadcast some of the content from there, because I'm often doing judging and stuff like that. And on that note, actually, in a bit of a segue, shout out to the Big Screen Hack. I just got back from the weekend. I was down in London, and some amazing stuff was done there. It was similar to the Gen 48 from Runway, where they had like a 48-hour film hackathon thing, and I was voting this afternoon on some of the pieces submitted there. Really cool to meet some of the new people getting involved in AI filmmaking, especially those coming from traditional backgrounds and stuff that were a bit wary of it. Where will I be in San Francisco? I will be at Mountain View, I believe is the Google I.O. venue, Teresa. And then I will be in San Francisco itself for Upscale. So I believe Mountain View is, nearer to Google HQ. That's where they do their I.O. event every year. And very thankful to the team there for getting me a last minute invite and flights and stuff all booked in. It's been very last minute for a lot of these things all year so far. I've been in Cannes and I've been in Lisbon in the last couple of weeks. I've been down to London just this gone weekend. Now I'm off to California twice again in 2-3 weeks. It's going crazy this year, guys. Like the last few years, it's been up and down, and this year suddenly everything's going on all over the world. It's really, really cool to see, honestly. Right, let's keep going with the show. So the next one we're going to watch is called Mist, and it's by Luis Iruela. This is a short film around a simple idea: how often we trade real moments for distractions that feel urgent but aren't. We don't notice the moments we miss. We're there, but sometimes but somewhere else at the same time. Sorry, I really screwed up that description of that one. But with all that being said, anyway, let's watch this one.
Babe.
Yeah?
honey, I running out of your winter coat. Oh, I feel so cold.
I love you.
Oh, but baby, I'm falling out of your sleeves again. Oh,
Very nice. I love the color grading. I love the story. I love the music. I love the characters. The polling is now open for that one. So let us know. Bash your 1s, your 2s, and your 3s. Already so good, says Eric, about 10 seconds into that one. Powerful, right? Like powerful storytelling, the distractions of mobiles, Pedro's, smashing the number 1 there and saying that you should check out my music. Cheers, man. I've been having a lot of fun making music lately, and yeah, sending it to some people on WhatsApp. Yeah, this one was really crazy good, honestly. The color grading, everything about it, the music choice, the editing pace, just the overall tonality of the piece really, really worked for me. Great curation today, Chris and Paul, says Glenn. Thank you very much. We've been putting a lot of effort into this, Glenn. Honestly, like we're spending days and days on this now, you know, to make the show better for you guys and hopefully bringing it to new audiences soon. It hits hard if you're a parent, this one, I tell you. Someone said that earlier, and I totally agree. If you are a parent watching that, you definitely feel like, you know, when do I introduce screens to my kids? Do I let them be on social media before they're 16 and their brains fully or 18? Or, you know, this is what's happening in the world, actually. Australia has already decided that pre-16 social media will no longer be a thing that's possible, and the UK is voting on this very soon. Lots of democracies are having this idea of, you know, phones and algorithms on social media being too addicted for our pre-adolescent brains and therefore too harmful because they can't control Meta and other companies about what they actually, you know, disperse as information through the platforms that many people are addicted to. It's kind of crazy and hits home. So we're going to close the polling for that. Just last minute votes coming in through LinkedIn here. I don't know when Andrew's going to be able to pop into the show, if at all, this week. Like I said, he had a last minute workshop coming in, so he may come in, he may not come in. We'll leave the polling open just while I do a bit more chit chat. It seems like Teresa knows actually a lot more about the destination I'm going to in Mount View, which is in Southern California, and thank you very much. I'm very excited to be invited to that one. As I said, Google I/O has very limited invites per year, and I appreciate that not many people get an invite to that one. It's very exciting. I don't know what we'll see there. You know, the gossiping rumors, like I said in the top of the show, are, will we see this Omni Google video thing? Will we see a potential VO4? Will we see anything like this? In previous years, it's been a big launch every single time, and this is their sort of launch event. So, you know, we could see something really big there, and obviously I'll let you guys know as soon as I know what I do see there live, being given that live experience. The real story of society, someone says about that previous video, Marley. Indeed, like I said, phones are one of the most discussed things if you're a parent, and just this idea of constantly looking at screens and how much screens do you allow your kids, and do you allow screens at all until a certain age? Social media. Oh, Northern California. Just south of the city, right? That's how bad I am, Teresa. I don't have any idea. I misread your comment about what the detail you were giving me. Yes, so much more good work is coming out though, and it's getting tougher and tougher each week to curate, as Eric says. So really appreciate the feedback, guys, on the bits that we're choosing for you to watch show to show. We knew, for example, that pigeon one was one that we definitely wanted to show, although it had gone viral everywhere, and things like that. You know, we're not sure whether to bring it into the show or not. There was another piece that we posted, and again, I want a shout out in the comment if you've seen this one. It was a zombie piece, which was a robot zombie killing one that there was a little bit of controversy about, you know, whether or not they'd used an original film as the underlying video to video, and then the creator said it was all text to video, and there was arguments that it had to at least be image to video for that level of character consistency. If you know what I'm talking about, anyway, leave a comment about that particular one. I don't know whether it's in the show or not. I don't think it is, but let's keep going. The next one we're going to talk about is somebody who we're excited is actually going to be on the future of the show. So last week, Kavan the Kid was doing a Magnific live stream with the team over at Magnific, because he's a Magnific Originals. If you don't know, Free Pick rebranded to Magnific, and so it's called Magnific Originals now, as opposed to Free Pick Originals, which it was before, for anyone confused. Hey, I've just seen Andrew pop into the studio. Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, you're coming in loud. You're coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Is it a bit loud?
Yeah.
Let me try and work out how to turn.
Maybe it's my headphones. Maybe it's my headphones.
Might work.
How's he sounding for everyone in the comments? Just let us know in the comments.
What about now? Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better. I've turned my headphones down a bit as well. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I've been training since 6:45 this morning.
Long day already.
Yeah, I've had 2 3-hour sessions with a company, just because it's a global brand. So the beginning of the day was about Asia, and then now it's the Americans. And also between that, I had a session on AEO, so answer engine optimization. So basically how you get found in ChatGPT, it's things like that. So yeah, long day, but we're finally to my favorite part of the day.
Hey, let's go. Turn yourself up a little bit, because Danny's saying you're a bit low now. It was maybe me and my headphones, mate. Sorry about
that. Cool.
Cheers for that, Danny. Appreciate it on the audio feedback. It's all live, guys.
Cool. Hopefully this will be better.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. All right.
Cool.
So, yeah, mate, I was just about to introduce the fact that last week we were being followed by Kavan the Kid, who was live through Magnific, talking about his Chronicles of Bone series, which is, you know, basically an original series to them now. And I had a chat with him in WhatsApp going, you know, we'd love to have you on the show in the future. We do this live show experience, but we're going to do, you know, a whole dedicated show for you in the future. And he said, yeah, I'm down. So we got one of the best, you know, right now, doing millions of YouTube views every single upload in this Chronicles of Bone series. It's probably one of the biggest original AI series going. And this one is A Vengeful Fairy by Kavan the Kid, Chapter 1 of Season 1 of the Magnific original series of the Chronicles of Bone has arrived. With a prologue season behind us, the characters are now set. Their paths are now colliding in the Mordain dynasty, which moves swiftly to answer the loss of the Southern Realm. We're going to check out the first 5 minutes of this, or 6 minutes potentially, but the full video is 19 minutes long for you guys.
Crazy.
And it's already ready to watch on YouTube. But hey, we got Pedro and others going. Andrew the man, welcome Andrew. Let's go.
Sorry for popping your headphones as well earlier.
No worries. Right, let's watch it, Paul. Let's watch this masterpiece. Let's go.
Today, we bury more than a brother. We bury a pillar of the dawn. A pureblood who helped carve this empire from the bones of the old world. Let those who celebrate his fall hear this clearly. The Mordain Empire does not break! It answers. Strike us once, and we answer with 1,000 deaths. For the blood! For the Empire! For the dawn!
You better talk to me at some point, Tink.
You let him die.
There was nothing we could do. We were outmatched.
There is no Neverland, no magic. Not without Peter. But I can still feel him.
He's gone, Tink. He's gone.
I will burn them all. Every Mordain.
We need to get south. It's too dangerous for us here in the Middle Realm.
How is this realm any different than the others?
There is another king in the south. The one who pulled the blade from the stone.
Excalibur. How is this possible? Excalibur has been stuck in the stone for over 2 centuries.
Around the time Neverland fell is when he pulled it. That's when the true rebellion began. I spent the last 20 years looking for you. Now that you're safe, we can start over.
If Peter is dead, Neverland is dead. There is no magic left in this world. Only suffering.
Is that a fairy I see?
We're just passing through. We are no threat.
That creature is not of the Mordain blood. Just her existence is treason. Kill them! fairy. We are not your enemy.
Everyone is my enemy.
As I said, absolutely insane stuff, our guys. So the polling is now open for that one. We know we've got a bit of a time delay on LinkedIn. Yeah, initial thoughts. Oh my God, you know, like the pacing on the like conversation versus the action was so perfect. You know, the transition from like really watchable like dialogue to then incredibly intense action, and it all being within that clip, as I said, of the overall piece of which is a lot longer, 19 minutes. Yeah, votes coming in. What did you think about that one, mate? Insane, huh?
I watched it thinking we're now at the point where they're saying to creators, create me a film. I don't even think they have to use the word AI in it now.
Yeah.
Because that, somebody said it's like Lord of the Rings, House of not House of Dragons. What was the one before that? Game of Thrones. That was it. Game of Thrones. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great story. I like the fact that they used Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. And
yeah, he's famous for this. Yeah. You know, he's using like copyrighted characters, but they're out of copyright or something. You know, nostalgic characters that fit the storyline. That's kind of his thing. You know, it's like he's been known for this, but the original storytelling of it all and the incredible dialogue. You know what was fascinating is the magnific live stream where he actually showed us behind the scenes. It's not as complex as you think it is. Now, that's not to say it's simple. He is definitely doing some really advanced techniques, but I've seen others that do a lot more complex workflows than what he does. So it's actually amazing to see that it's all about the storytelling and not so much about the workflow, because he can pull it off with a less complex workflow than others at this level. It's, you know, just do it.
Did he break down what he used?
Yeah, everything. The live magnific stream for you guys to watch after this stream is a really great behind the scenes. He shows every single prompt, how it works, what images he uploads. It's kind of simple. As I said, he's got a template that starts with like no music, only dialogue and sound effects. And then it's like, you know, a certain structure for creating his videos, but it's quite simple. It's not like 4,000 characters or anything. It's just few different paragraphs and very to the point. So yeah, like I said, it's not as advanced as you'd think it is to pull off something like this. It's really encouraging, actually. You don't need to be a super genius prompter or anything like that to make really watchable stuff. So yeah, polling is going to close to this one. Lots of ones coming in for that one, as I expected. You know, this is really the tippity top. Super excited to have him come on the show. We're going to give him his whole episode. So instead of just including him as a showcase, you know, we're going to build a whole showcase around him because he's got original series and all sorts of stuff. Live, the hybridality of it all. Yes, I agree, Sarah Jane. That was very cool to see, wasn't it? Just like the mashing up together of worlds and different storytelling methods and concepts. It's brilliant. It's just one big mashup. Amazing stuff.
I love that mask. That mask there with the three faces.
Yes,
really like
mate.
that. And the consistency
down
of it.
in the live stream, that specific mask, that character, how he pulled it off, how he creates a character sheet based on this character from the mask at all angles is how he pulls that bit off. Just to, you know, spoiler alert. But yeah, you ask it from the left orientation, right orientation, back orientation, you know, and then all of these various ways to have it included to get it right. Cool stuff. Right, let's keep going. Another legend of the show is next, Uncanny Harry. Now, I asked him about this piece because I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked. I think there's a bit of post-color grading and a little bit of camera shakes that were like, whoa, mate, you've done something special here, right? I WhatsApped him and we were ships in the night. He was coming down from Manchester via Crewe as I was going up via London via Crewe because both of our trains had been disrupted on the power grid. I was like ships in the night, mate, just passing in the night. So this piece he had to abandon unfortunately. He's part way through it, but he's got so much else going on at Promise and everything else that he'll hopefully return to it again in the future. So what we're going to watch is basically a part way abandoned project, but so good it's that watchable for the show.
Oh, wow. I like that you just put it out there, even though it's not finished. He was like, yeah.
Exactly. So it was worth sharing, he thought, as well, in terms of making a conventional film with AI. It's from a script he wrote over 15 years ago, but never actually made, which is something we talked about a lot on the show. You know, like Meta Puppets band was 20 years old, and lots of people have got, you know, stuff from a long time ago that AI can now make. But with all that in mind, let's check it out.
Look, I am sorry I overslept, all right?
So you're still drinking, yeah?
Oh, don't start!
I won't let you mess him about, Jess. If you want to be part of his life, show up on time. You're his mother, not his mate. Start acting like it.
Come in!
Come on, then. Your dad's gonna let you hang out with me for a bit.
After this game.
What you reading?
Homework.
Geek? How's school?
Alright.
How's your dad getting on?
Alright.
Has he got a girlfriend? What? I'm only making conversation.
One hand in your pocket.
Come on then, out you get. The fresh air ain't gonna kill you. When I was your age, me and my mates used to come down here, run wild, beat the crap out of each other. Happy days. Well, here we are.
Where?
The way in.
It's got a fence around it. Can't we just go to the cinema?
Don't be such a conformist. Promise me you'll never start smoking. Oh, beautiful, isn't it?
What?
Nature.
It's alright.
It's bloody amazing, Tyler.
I suppose.
Look at it. Nature in action. Survival of the strongest.
Fittest.
What?
It's survival of the fittest.
All right, smart ass. Chill out.
What was that?
A fox, a bird, or maybe a rat? On guard!
What?
Sword fight. Come on, grab a stick.
I'm not in the mood.
Okay then, how about lightsabers?
Star Wars is rubbish.
You don't like Star Wars? Sometimes I find it hard to believe we're related, but it's true. I am your mother, Tyler.
I am your mother, Tyler. What a closing line on that. Oh my God. He's such a genius, isn't he, Uncanny Harry? Honestly, this piece for me, the polling's now open, guys, just as, again, a verbal reminder. This piece for me is one of the best unfinished pieces I think I've ever seen today. I was just DMing him there saying, mate, you're a freaking genius. You need to finish this Quarry piece. It's absolutely insane. The aspect ratio, the characters, the British accents, the tone, the dialogue, every single element to me, how believable she is specifically, and she sounds like she should look, you know, and all that. What's your thoughts on this one, mate?
I think this is the most realistic AI video I've seen. I was
It's
watching
incredible.
it, thinking to myself, this like even this scene in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm watching it because I've seen, especially if you're from the UK, you would have seen a lot of shows like this. Like even the one that was on Netflix the other day with Ashley Walters and Stephen Graham. I can't remember what it was, but it was done in one scene. I can't remember what it is. There's 4 episodes. It's a really good thing. It reminded me of this. I thought, and someone put this in the comments, the accent was fantastic. They nailed the accent.
Extraordinarily
like,
good, huh?
Yeah, when they get to the quarry and then they're going down the hill and they're sliding on the mud, like things like that. It's Adolescence. That's the one. I thought this was amazing. Like as in the way it looked. It was the most one that I think I've seen the most. Where I'm like, I can show this to people and say, "Would you believe this is AI?" And they'll be like, "No way."
I know, mate. We've come such a long way, huh? And someone said this is so true to the British film production sort of faithfulness, you know. These characters even are like the exact type of characters that like a character, you know, person would make, you know. They would pick these types of characters, you know, the ginger scruffy haired kid with the freckles and the mum like this, you know. It's a very sort of like, and the pooped earrings and the Dawn of the Dead t-shirt and the accents. Mate, it's like every little bit is like so good. Incredibly realistic.
How long did this take him? Did he break down any more details?
No, we'll have to get him on the show and find out more details from him. Again, I know that in the past he's used his own voice and even made this into a female, like having a voice character driven London accent, you know, to be faithful. So he pushes every boundary. He does. Ryan Phillips, if you don't know, through LinkedIn is Uncanny Harry. That's what his moniker is elsewhere. So yeah, amazing. Right, final votes, guys, for the polling. This week has been outstanding. The first hour, mate, are just ones on all of the stuff.
I'm gonna watch it back again on YouTube.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of the people watching who are, you know, actually getting the great feedback from the community as well about, you know, their piece and stuff. Just amazing. But, you know, mate, we've got now back-to-back Dave Clark. We've got, it feels like, you remember the old days of the show where Dave was so prolific? We were like, Dave's got a new video every week to showcase. We're back, mate. We're literally, I was like, we're getting the nostalgic feeling. I WhatsApped him going, mate, we got 2 videos from you this week. This is like feeling like the early days of the show again. They're all at Promise, if you don't know. Dave is sort of like the leader there at Promise, but Uncanny Harry's one of the talent, Meta Puppet's one of the talent, Real Robot's one of the talent. So many talented people over there at Promise. This one is called Overture, and it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds by Dave Clark. I think we can stop calling them AI films now, he said in his post, which I really like the note of. They're just films now. You know, as you were saying a minute ago, Andrew, with that last Uncanny Harry piece, it just felt like, you know, something like TV almost. Less of a film and maybe of a TV show, you know, but the tools have arrived, Dave says. The quality is undeniable now, which means that story, voice, and filmmaking matter more than ever. If you have something to say, go and make it, says Dave. So this is Overture by Dave. Let's watch it.
We can't ration the food much longer.
and I'm scared there's going to be another event, something that'll finally render the last humans obsolete.
Thank you.
Man, oh man. Right, the polling is now open for this one. When that violin was just playing at the end there and it suddenly cut out when he splashed into the pond, I was like, God, even the sound design choices and being this prolific, it's incredible. Let us know in the comments what you thought about that one. Hey, we got Blacklight tuning in. Love it. Thanks so much for tuning into the show, man. Really love your work as well. Gonna get you on the show as well in the future. This is just mad though, huh? Just a world that was built, hardly any dialogue for the opening scenes, like the use of VFX, the use of all of it. It's just so mad that this quality is coming out now. What's your thoughts on it, mate?
Again, this is top tier stuff now. What we're looking at is poetry in motion. I feel that
awesome, huh?
With what would be interesting is because when we look at typical directors, we're kind of like, oh, they do this type of film or they do that type of film, or they're a horror director, they're a comedy. When you look at someone like Dave and some of the others, it's so different in what they do.
Yep.
Which makes me think, what other directors, could they do different things? Or is this just a new skill set that Dave and some of the others are really, really good at, that they can go from comedy to this, to a music video to...
Well, I just think AI allows it, mate. You know, you can have more strings to your bow because there's, you know, he's making these weekly. That's how prolific you can be. So to add other genres and stuff, only AI allows it, you know. If you're a traditional filmmaker, you'd have to sort of have your genre, because how could you possibly make multiple genres at the same time? There's just no way that you could be directing multiple movies. But AI sort of allows you to express yourself if you have multiple strings to your bow. As you said, you might want to just niche down into your specific genre. But if you want to do comedy, if you want to try, like last week we watched John Bowden and he did like a trailer, didn't he? And it was one of the ones that you were like, this is an incredible trailer. He's a comedy writer. He's an Emmy Award like comedy writer, you know, so he's expressing himself through his agency and offering new services that no doubt AI has allowed him to do this, that no other tool in history has ever allowed him to be able to offer services like this because of AI. So Pedro's smashing the one. Yes. Last votes coming in for that one, guys. Again, just getting ones in the comments. It's absolutely incredible. This week are just the curation. It's incredible. This one was made by Dave Clark. If you just dropped out, the visuals are great. We've got another one by Dave Clark, straight back to back with Dave Clark stuff. And then we've got an exciting video that we made very quickly based on one of Dave Clark's prompts, but it was very much, you know, an hour or so before the show, but we're going to show how exciting that is by first showing Dave Clarke's video. So this one is called Disastership by Dave Clarke. Again, I always wanted to explore a film where a breakup occurs during the end of the world. It's amazing that the individual creator can craft an AI on a Friday night with an idea that, and some Red Bull. I love that. Again, he has just these funny lines that he puts in social media about why and how he made this. So with all that in mind, let's check out this next Dave piece.
I'm sorry.
You lied to me.
I didn't lie.
I literally saw you with her.
Nothing happened. She was upset.
So now you comfort girls in parking lots?
It's not like that.
You know what hurts the most? You made me feel crazy for even asking.
I swear to you, she's just a coworker.
I can't believe you're doing this.
I'm sorry, but I have to.
You're being ridiculous.
You're being ridiculous.
We have to go!
Please take cover immediately.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
You gotta get inside.
Haven't y'all heard what's going on? They said the damn thing's breaking apart.
Stay down! Stay down!
Oh my God, she was right there! Where are we going?
I don't know!
I don't want to die!
Hey, look at me, we're okay!
Shelter this way!
Immediate shelter. Impact ahead before shelter.
Come on! Get in! Go! You okay?
I don't know.
To anybody listening tonight, may God be with every one of you. Hold your loved ones close and pray for forgiveness.
We're out.
What do we do?
Come on.
Where are we even going?
I don't know. Away from people.
What is this?
Let's find out.
What if someone's home?
There!
I can't keep running.
Wait. You're bleeding.
It's nothing.
No, sit down.
Ow.
Sorry. I really screwed everything up, huh?
You hurt me.
I know.
I don't want to spend what might be the last night on Earth fighting with you.
We're gonna get through this. We are. And someday we're gonna laugh about all this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll have like 6 kids.
6? You'd be a terrible father.
What are you doing? Hey.
I'm scared.
Crazy stuff. Huh? That final sequence where they're like shattering into pieces but kissing, and there's like a camera. Well, the polling is now open for that one, guys. This opening scene, I just want you to focus on it for a second, right? You see where there's the back of the car shot here, and there's 2 characters talking in the same scene. Dave actually gave this prompt away via X, and this is what Paul has made a quick test with. And I'm going to read out a bit more of the show notes that he's sending to me about exactly what we did as the input reference. But this is really strong, guys. Like having multiple characters in the same scene using Dave's prompt that he kindly gave away for that opening shot was actually a bit of a game changer. Last votes coming in. Keep going with your votes, mate. What did you think of that one?
Yeah, I thought that was great. You know what it also made me think of? The Uncanny Harry style versus this style. Because Uncanny Harry, very UK style. This was very American style as well. So that I appreciated both of them, that they can create a prompt that focuses on American and UK style of TV. The storyline of this was great. Again, I like the ending as well. You know, it was a happy ending, but not, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was a really great story. I like this one as well. Technically, it was just like great.
Again, saying good observations there between the UK and the USA. It's awesome, isn't it? Like Uncanny Harry's so faithful to the London sort of vibe, and Dave's so faithful to the American sort of vibe. And as you said, they're all under one promise banner now. So, you know, they're going to see expression of all sorts of creativity from all over the world. Right. So I'm going to give you a bit more of the show notes that I've got for the piece that inspired us to make a really quick piece. So Paul made this literally just prior to the show, like I said, on Dave's prompt on this opening character scene, because we were interested with how it functioned. So what Paul did exactly is he created a character sheet for each of the characters that we wanted. So this gives you multiple angles of this character that you feed into Sea Dance. He also created a background of the internal car itself. So you'll see the setting is within a car. And so this sets all of the stylization. And then he fed it all in. So 3 inputs there and Dave's prompt as well through to Sea Dance. And then we were able to create this quick 15-second clip here. Let's check it out.
You lied to me.
I didn't lie.
I literally saw you with her.
She's a coworker. Nothing happened.
So now you comfort girls in parking lots?
It's not like that.
You know what hurts the most? You made me feel crazy for even asking.
If you're an OG, you know how difficult it was to separate voices and have 2 characters in one shot doing different lines of dialogue, female and male. You just know how difficult that was. So Dave's prompt specifically with those 3 inputs with the character reference and the background of the scene in the car and everything like that, as we said, it really unlocks something. So definitely take note, guys, if you're looking for something with a multi-dialogue in, you know, multiple characters with dialogue in one specific scene, this prompt is going to really, really help you. Thanks again to Dave for giving that prompt.
What did you use to create that?
Sea Dance.
I use Sea Dance. Sure.
Yeah, so those 3 inputs, you know, your character sheet and a scene of the car and Dave's prompt itself, the template, which you can go and check out on his X. It gives a very specific way, you know. So really, really interesting and nice job. And thanks for giving this away to us, you know, so that we can, you know, use this.
How many credits did it cost you?
Good question. I don't know. Paul ran it, but we're on CPP, so it's not actually like, we've got certain credits. But yeah, it was done through Dramina, and you can access Sea Dance everywhere now. Runway, wherever you get your AI, Weavy, anywhere. Free Pick, Magnific, everywhere. Right. So next one we're going to watch is only 15. No, so this one's 15 minutes, and we're only going to watch the first 5 minutes. It's by Brett Stewart. This is a 15-minute short film, and he does say how many credits it cost, which you'll be interested to hear. 250,000 Runway credits. So I don't know how much that translates to in real dollars, but worth checking out. It was created in 4 days. The all-nighters nearly broke me, but this is the thing I'm the most proud of making in film or AI, says Brett for this one. And the short film is called Null. Let's check it out.
Spread out. Find them.
Yes, sir.
Wow. I was getting chills towards the end of that one from the sort of harmonics of the sound design of the bass notes going up and up. Like the music is just so good. Right. The poll is open for that one. I'm seeing in the comments already a lot of the right things like, wait, this is all AI? Yeah, it's all AI. And as I said, that was only 5 minutes or so that we watched of a much longer piece. It turns out that 250,000 credits may translate to 10K approximately.
Yeah.
Says which is quite a lot, but you know, as you say, this is something he's wanted to make. It's a 19-minute piece, so this isn't the whole thing. Incredible, huh? That you can just go and do this.
I really hope this guy gets commissioned to do something and not only makes that money back, but makes way more than that back, because he's taken a gamble on himself. And again, I don't know, 10K might be a drop in the ocean to him, but 10K is you know, it's a decent chunk of money. So I really hope it kind of leads to something, because this was a really good, you can tell he's inspired by manga, is inspired, like his music design as well, you know, telling a story without words. Yeah,
it's saying $2,500 if you're on a plan, so it could work out to a lot less than this, actually. 10K. And as Afro Futcher is saying, you can have an unlimited plan at $90. You just got to wait in a bit of a queue. It depends on how patient you are. You know, you credits versus unlimited. This is how Runway works specifically. So you do have an unlimited plan, but you have to only have 2 in the queue and stuff. So this is such a long piece. He may have used real credits. Again, we don't know what plan on Runway he was using or anything like this. But so yeah, it could be anywhere between like, you know, $2,500 to 10K or, you know, anywhere. But incredible, right? Sound design wise, as you said, like manga style. If this is your style, it was something that was very watchable, I feel. And kind of insane, huh? That someone can just go away and make this.
Yeah. Great job. Who was the guy again?
That one was Brett Stewart. You see his little
Brett
tag
Stewart.
there, Brett Stewart in the top left-hand corner. TI, it looks like at BSB Stewart TI is one of his handles, but Brett Stewart we've got it as.
Cool. Well done, Brett.
Hey, guess who's next? Right, the polling's now closed for that one, guys. Sorry again if you've got a bit of a delay on LinkedIn. Guess who we've got next? A legend of the show that we haven't heard from in a long time. Yeah. Think about who my favorite was that we haven't heard from in a while now.
How long's a while?
We're talking about 6 months to a year.
Oh, is it the one? I can never remember the name, but the comedy act.
Yes, exactly.
That puppet. Not Meta Puppet, but that I can't remember the name, but
Neuroviz.
Neuroviz, that's it. Yeah. Glenn knows Neuroviz, yeah.
Neural Viz, as it's pronounced. Yeah, exactly, Glenn. Right. So we've got new Neural Viz, guys. If you're an OG of the show, you know how much I love this guy's stuff. And he was so prolific doing like weekly episodes. And then he sort of dropped off the radar when he publicly revealed who he was. And this is because no doubt he got loads and loads of private projects agreed to that he's had to, fulfill rather than making his own stuff. But he did appear back on YouTube. This one is part of the Adventures of Remo Green series. Remember that original new sort of world that he launched?
Yeah, he was building, yeah.
Exactly. So this is Breaking into Black Holes by Neuroviz, the heist of the century. It was written, directed, edited, and sound designed all by Neuroviz. So let's check it out.
Patrol initiated. Patrolling. Still patrolling. Scanning is different than patrolling. Intruder alert is what I would say if there was an intruder. Warehouse clear. Lunch break engaged.
All right. You should be good to move. You need to get to the lower levels now. Do you copy? Are you listening?
Hey, are you listening? Because I'm only going to say this once. We are after what could be the most powerful weapon in the universe. Something that could give us a chance against Zeronian rule. Our intel tells us the weapon is being kept in a Hive munitions facility on Torga 5.
Wait. It could be the universe's most powerful weapon, and the Hive just has it locked up?
As powerful as the weapon is said to be, the Hive didn't want to take their chances in war with the Zeronians. So they opted for diplomacy and locked it away.
The Hive puts the weapon on ice. The Zeronians leave Hive systems alone.
Okay, so what's the weapon? What does it do?
We don't know.
So we don't even know if this weapon can actually compete with the Zeronians?
The Hive is using the simple fact that the weapon exists as an insurance policy, which means the Zeronians fear the weapon, which means it's powerful, and that means we need it. I'm sorry, is he sleeping? He fell asleep in his own flashback? Does he think we just do exposition dumps for fun? Dummy, wake up! Wake up!
You need to move into the lower levels now. It's a maze down here, so listen up. You're gonna make this first right up ahead. Oh, okay, you already missed it. You gotta go back. You gotta turn
atmosphere.
Hold on. The vault doesn't even have a door?
Security is minimal because the Hive knows. Anyone dumb enough to go inside the vault isn't coming out.
And why is that?
It's a gravity vault. It uses a containment field that simulates the forces of a singularity.
A black hole?
Simulated, yes. Someone walks in there, they are instantly crushed, or stretched, or some other unknown horror.
Well, I'm assuming we wouldn't be sitting here if we didn't have some kind of solution.
Yes, Vormis has developed a device that can withstand the immense gravitational force of the vault.
Only for 10 seconds, but that should be enough to get the weapon and get out.
While the device can withstand the physical force of the gravity vault, it can't withstand the temporal effects.
I'm confused again.
It means there is a time debt.
10 seconds pass inside the vault. 100 years pass outside.
So we go in there, and when we come back out, it's a century later, and everyone we know, everyone we love, is gone?
This could be our only chance to defeat the Zeronians. To defeat Zorgop. The sacrifice is worth it for what they did.
Right, and all we have to do is step into a black hole and steal a ghost weapon so we can one day, 100 years from now, potentially fight a civilization of gods. Solid plan. Well, guess what? I'm not doing it.
You don't have to. We've already chosen a volunteer.
For Verdaris, brother. Make him pay.
Flashback of how I got this body.
Right, so you are a sentient super weapon orb thingy that parasitically leeches onto an organism. That's great. Can we focus on the fact that we are about to crash?
You always say that. You're way too paranoid. We're not gonna crash.
Okay, the poll is now open for that one. Oh my god, the flashbacks, the cuts, the comedy, the writing is back, guys. Is back. I'm so happy, but it hasn't his visual game leveled up. Oh my god, like. We watched him in the Talking Head podcast, Joe Rogan, Tiggy characters, and now look at this. You know, we're getting like action scenes, we're getting character consistency, we're getting all sorts of movement. Never disappoints, as Eric says. He's leveled up so high, like in those months he's been gone, and I'm so glad he's back. Getting one smashed in the comments, but yeah, vote in. What do you reckon, mate?
Leveled up. Like if you look at what he was doing before, I was expecting that, and then next thing you know, I'm seeing this and I'm like, obviously I recognize the characters, but it felt like going from, I don't know if you remember Grand Theft Auto when it first came out, where it was a bird's eye view. The Grand Theft Auto 1 and Grand Theft Auto 2 is bird's eye view. Then
PS1, PS2 graphics.
Like that's what I feel like he's gone. Because I was like, this looks like
that's a nice comparison.
style, but obviously the same characters. So yeah, really good job there.
We've got Eric and Glenn watching, who surprised me with my own Neural Viz video. If you remember this, you know, they literally made me my Tiggy character and all this, which was amazing. So yeah, like I said, this is a OG moment of the show. We left it to the literally last 5 minutes of the show, but yeah, so happy he's back. We've got 2 more videos to watch if you guys have got time. And another legend of the show is Gossip Goblin. I actually met this guy in Cannes, and we sat on the same panel, and we had some really fun, interesting chats at the pub afterwards as well about, you know, how he makes things and who he's working with and all this stuff. It's a really, really cool guy. He's actually living in Europe, believe it or not. I thought because he's from America that he'd be there, but no, actually he's met, as often the case, you know, a woman in Europe, and so he's actually living in like a Scandinavian country right now, which I was like, no way, you're actually in our time zone, in our field of view. So maybe seeing him more in person soon. This one is called The Patch Right, and it's a cyberpunk short film. If you're not familiar with Gossip Goblin, I don't know how you've avoided him, honestly, because he's literally getting millions of views every single upload on Instagram, on YouTube, and everywhere that he is. He's one of the most watched ones, as well as Kavan the Kid that we watched earlier. So this one is a hybrid production of voice actors, traditional animation, and AI. So know all of that. In the sprawling slag heaps of Nero Cradle, is called, a fugitive android visits the Patch Right, an unlicensed body mechanic, begging him to trace and fragment of a child memory. With all of that in mind, let's check it out.
Bloody oink job.
Well, you know, it's all a bit much with the gutter rats now, isn't it? Yet you have to admire their daring, really. Well, like that old stray who weaseled into the Ancestry archives.
A junker? In the archives?
Yes, tried to source a fresh stem to call his own.
Anything to avoid paying for premium substrate, I suppose.
Whatever the case, I'm sure Torvald's dogs will scrap him before the...
Your attention, please. This is a Nero Core Clean Code district. All unlicensed weaponware will be scanned and decommissioned. Your attention, please. This is a Nero Core Clean. Dispatch code 316, Junker. Copy. Suspect rinsed. 3 bodies.
Up top, the corpos test for purity. Down here, we only test for a pulse. You push past the vanilla rims and the clean code districts, down into the stack and the slag heaps. That's where you'll find me, soldering new gods in the gutter. A scrap soul engineer for the modded and the mad. You'd think the meat would be the messy part. The body. The sticky wetware that clings to the tip of your iron. But nah, that's just plumbing. The mine's where the rust really blooms. Crawling elbow deep into the id. Scraping out the rot. Hoping the ego don't shear apart when you solder it back on. They come to me anyways. Mark's crawling, asking for speed, strength, stamina, but are weak with a jailbroken cortex and they're back. Pupils blown, stims buzzing, begging me to rewire both the itch and the scratch. Sure, I take their coin, but it's all just role play. You can bury a man under a mountain of mods, but the ghost inside always claws its way out. Now, is all this strictly legal? Legality's just theater. Usually, the dolls storm in, shake a few cages, log a fine, call it balance restored. That's the loop. Just another roll with weighted dice. Only this time, these bastards came dressed for disassembly. And I was the clanker on the carving block. Good to see you, Vaughn. You fucking mess jockey.
Oh, just unmuting us. Wow. The standard this week, guys. Unbelievable, honestly. And again, the polling is now open for this one, to vote on this one. Don't feel bad if your piece is not being shown, you know. The standard is just absolutely ridiculous. We're seeing Gossip, we're seeing Uncanny Harry and Dave, and these are the best of the best, you know, like doing insane storytelling, building crazy worlds that are so believable and so watchable if you love this particular style. You know, he's a big Mid-Journey advocate, so I know that he uses Mid-Journey for a lot of his, this is why it's so highly stylized, you know. This world feels so, it feels like a fever dream of like different, you know, references, doesn't it? Like Wes Anderson meets all sorts of different people like as references, but ridiculous, as Glenn says, that someone can pull this off. And I'm really excited to have him on in the future as well. He is someone that I've talked to and now in contact with. His real name is Zach London, if you want to follow him through LinkedIn. But obviously Gossip Goblin is what the rest of the world knows him as in YouTube and Instagram and stuff, and he's got millions of followers and gets millions of plays every single upload. It's kind of wild, the world that he's built. Lots of ones coming in. Get your final votes in for those on LinkedIn. What did you think to this one, mate? I appreciate we're going over the show as well a bit here, guys. Sorry, we had a little bit of a late start, like 5 minutes late, something like that, and then Andrew came a bit late. So if anyone needs to drop off, you know, we appreciate you, and we'll see you again on same time on a future week on the Tuesday. But yeah. There's one more video after this if you guys have got time for it, but otherwise, if anyone needs to drop off, I totally understand.
Yeah, sorry if my dog's barking in the background.
That's all right, mate.
Kiki, stop. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought there was a lot of really interesting comments in the chat, where the one that stood out to me the most was the Hellboy one. I think Mary said also Fallout.
His character
reminds me of that mixture of Guardians of the Galaxy. And also someone put the way it just switched. It kind of was talking about one thing, then it just mixed up the different styles, and then it went into this guy speaking. And I really like that. I really like the storytelling in this. And looking at this, like, again, if I'm Hollywood, I'm looking at this thinking, well, this is what we can just use. Obviously, there's difference between what quality looks like on a small screen versus on a big screen. But I'm just looking at this thinking, wow, how are we commissioning this?
Yeah, it's an incredible built world that he's built, right? And like I said, it's become so popular that he's just continued on in this style and built it. Like, this is the thing that we're seeing now is people can put like worlds out there. And if you buy into this world and it gets a lot of engagement through social media or YouTube, then you build this world. You know, that's basically the building blocks of how things come out. Like, this is probably what started out as a very small piece of an introduction to this world, and it became so popular it became everything he does. You know, like it's incredible really how things can branch out like that. But yeah, again, appreciate we are over the show now, guys. So sign up to the Luma newsletter if you want to get the links for everything that we've watched in today's show. We're going to be posting them on LinkedIn throughout the week as well, but there's the link right on screen just to sign up for the newsletter. Subscribe through YouTube as well so that you get, you know, future notifications of live events, of where we're going to be live and stuff. The date may move and the day may move because both me and Andrew are all over the shop at the moment. I was just saying at the top of the show, mate, I'm in California twice in 3 weeks now.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, which is going to be a bit mental considering I just got back from Cannes, Lisbon, and London, you know, in the last 3 weeks as well. So, yes, exactly. As that user just said, sign up to the newsletter that was just on screen and is in the show notes comments so that you get delivered the exact videos that we've been watching today. And the last video, you don't have to stay around for it, mate. As I said, if you need to drop out, don't worry about it. It's just a fun music video that we actually found, and we haven't seen a music video since days one. So it's just called DEM, D-E-M, and the artist is called Dirty Control. It's a 3.5-minute music video, produced using soul cinema, character consistency with C-Dance 2 for dynamic movement. So we know that about how this piece was made, but let's close out with a fun music video, guys. Let's do it.
Damn, who's gonna take it? Bro, what is this? Gimme! Is this music? Say that word out loud, idiot.
Music detected.
Sincitium. Wakit kilde tilbitim. Ayda dırıldım başın. Ne geçet bejadır dim. Kickstart dömin havurşakta keremet bu. Vayım kaygı soğuk bırak sonda da bastan tekti. İkisiniz negiminimiz. Aydan bastan basta o kadayımın üstün çıktı bir eles. Alem bölge paradı tezsiz. Kıyım bolsa onun belirsiz. Alırsan solda da kes.
Today is the most important day of our lives. We go out there, we play like it's the last show on Earth. We make history. We do this for him. Grenade! Go, go, go!
Bugün barınız girdim. Vakit geldi tilbitim. Ayda dırıldım başın. Ne geçen bejadır dim.
it over? Not even close. But it's a start.
Wow, huh?
That's my favorite music video I've seen.
Oh, mate, that's insane.
It's a great story. Well done. I really like that.
I'm glad I saved it and that we stayed in. And, mate, I'm just having breaking news coming through my WhatsApp. The Dor Brothers are telling me they've literally posted something within the last 30 seconds, and Paul's downloading it in the background. So we're going to try and get it as the final of the show if anyone wants us to grab.
Oh, the Dor Brothers. They're in the chat. Who made it?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Getting lots of ones coming in. Yeah, sorry, I even forgot. I got too excited. Polls are now open. Cast your votes. Man, what a week. Oh my God. Who made it? Exactly what the Dor Brothers are asking. That is just unfortunately something that was, Higgsfield have said produced at Higgsfield. So it's dirty control with Higgsfield, It's unfortunate that they're not telling us who the creators is. As I hunted this Runway guy down, that made this watch video and had to give him the proper credits, I'm really starting to get annoyed at the idea that they're not going to, tell us who made this. If it is their whole internal studio, just say the people involved in it. This is what agencies do, give proper credits to the creative director and everyone else involved in this project. But yeah, as you said, mate, one of the most watchable music videos we've seen to date, right? This style really well pulled off and stuff like that. Lots of ones coming in the chat as well. Arcane vibe music video, exactly. There's lots of different references in there, man, oh man. It's what a week. Uncanny Harry, all of these guys just pushing boundaries, right? You said this is the most real piece you've ever seen in AI. I think it's still the Dor Brothers piece that I watched. When I was watching it live, I was like, oh my God, this piece that's going to come out towards the end of this month. We saw the 4-minute trailer for it. It's incredible what people are doing now in the realism aspect. But this, pulling off a consistent world, is really tough, to do it this well. I think
what I think we should do? We should go through the archives and look at shows a year ago and play a couple of, or maybe 2 years, and see this is where we were 2 years ago. We played this 2 years ago.
Oh man! And
then look at where we are now.
I think we'll have to do that episode on a Friday because it's going to be laughable, isn't it? We're going to laugh at how bad things were compared to now. Oh man. Right, we're just checking. I'm going to ask, actually, was there any copyright music on the one that you sent over from the Dor Brothers? Because, we're just checking. Trying to delay currently because I'm just trying to find out.
Someone said, how do we top next week? It's, to be honest, a week is a long time in AI. There's going to be a lot of great content that's been uploaded. Someone said the Runway competition winners have just been announced as well. So yeah, there's going to be
really
getting better and better.
Oh, man, is the standard, honestly, from week to week. I'm so impressed with you guys, and the fact that you're tuning in to watch the feedback as well from the public. As I said, don't be offended if we don't pick your piece. The standard, guys, is just so high at the moment. It's really, really hard. We want to show you the best of the best being made week to week. That's why we title it the AI most worth watching. There's a lot of slop that gets produced through algorithms that will get into your feeds, but we're not about the slop. We can curating the best storytelling, the best music videos, and all of that jazz. I've been told now that it's uploading, so we've just got a few more minutes because Paul's uploading it in the background. I'm glad that we've got a producer to do this now as well, mate. I was thinking, remember during the stream, then we had people popping in and stuff, and I was trying to upload it whilst downloading, and it just caused this streaming chaos. Oh man. I got my camera set up today, by the way, although we've still got to do some white balance and stuff like that to get it all. But it's looking at me right now. I'm seeing this giant Canon camera that I'm not used to in my face.
Yeah, same here. I've got my camera just literally in front of me on my desk. I've not used it yet, but I'll tell you what one I've got. I've got this one, the Sony X. What is it called? Sony ZVE10. That's the one that everyone's talking about. So I've got that. I've got my new setup, my new studio setup here as well. Still got the brick wall in the background. So yeah, looking forward to starting to do more of these. So when we start live streaming more, we'll be able to have a better setup.
Yeah, man. And you got the little desk mic as well. You know, I got my little desk microphone as well. And actually, Paul got me onto this lamp from Canon camera that I've got mounted with my thing. Yeah. Fancy studio upgrades, exactly as Miriam's saying. We want to take the show to a new level. I want to take it on the road, even, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm away, I don't want it to be that the show has to stop, essentially. You know, we should have it that I'm doing it from the award show that I'm doing or whatever, making a special show for them or something like that, you know. But you guys will remember you as the OGs. Remember that. I always say that every week. You know, it's still like lower numbers than we were expecting. And the posts get loads more views. When we make these posts on LinkedIn, they get tens, if not hundreds, if not millions of views. It's kind of insane how much more the individual posts do than the live show. But you get to see it here first. You know, the whole idea of the live show is that you get to see the content that we'll post next week, and then others can get exposed to it from there. But we remember you guys tuning in live, that leaving your comments and all that. Hopefully now it's all uploaded. So let's see. Is there anything you want to say about this piece? I haven't been able to watch it, Jonathan, so I have no idea what we're about to watch, truthfully, other than the fact that I know there's no copyrighted music in it. So if you want to leave any comments like during this, like about what we're watching or anything, I have no idea. I just totally trust you that it's going to be fire because it's a Dor Brothers piece. And so whatever the hell it is going to be a crazy way to close the show. So let's check it out.
By 28, I realized my life had no value. I didn't arrive at that conclusion all at once. It just accumulated like dishes in a sink. I was the average of every decision I never made, the sum of everything I meant to do. At some point, you stop counting. I lived in a small apartment in the city. I woke up in an existential crisis. I went to sleep in an existential crisis. In between, I played the lottery. 7 numbers I told myself were the plan. I knew I wouldn't win, but it helped me justify my life. My girlfriend was sleeping with some dude from the internet.
I'm Barry Ashford, and this is the key to success. Key to success.
Key to success.
This is the key to success.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
I knew. I was too much of a pussy to do anything about it. That's the kind of person I was. The kind that watches his own life from the other side of the glass and doesn't knock.
But you're not. And I got tired.
Honestly, I didn't care. The only thing going through my head, I wanted to be like him.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Are you ready to be successful? Say it again!
And then something just clicked.
What I've done now is I have changed the manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm gonna kick your butt. Stack it up over a year, you're toast.
You're broke and alone because you're soft. Time to listen.
So we kind of need to go, and you still owe us $200 each, so.
You want to be like me? And trust me, you do. It starts here. Will, power, that's it. Okay, that's enough. Move, bitch! Hey, sir, here, this is for you. Did we get it?
Yeah. So I just received this new shake. All the celebs are drinking this.
I just bought this beautiful Lambo. This is what Alpha Core looks like. Are you ready to be successful?
Today I'm taking you on an adventure deep into the Amazon, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. I couldn't be more excited. Can't wait to meet the locals. I flew all the way to the Amazon rainforests to show these people how to be successful.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Gaga!
Norm was more than a friend to me. He was a visionary. He taught us that the only limit is yourself. And speaking of limits, Norm wouldn't want us to stop here. That's why, in his memory, I'm offering my entire course library for just $297 with the code NORM20. Offer ends at midnight.
Wake up, Norm.
What is this?
Come with me.
Who are you?
I am God, my friend.
God?
Yes.
Wait, is God a woman?
What? No! Ew! Get up!
Is this heaven?
Of course it is, you silly. You know, funny you should ask, because I've got something better for you. Only $9.99.
Mate, I could see you cracking up in the back there.
That was
my
so
God.
good. That was
So
so
the
good.
poll is now
Norm
open.
20. Norm 20.
Mate,
was
Norm
great.
20. But the book, you know, God holding up the book, you know,
Yeah.
at the very end, I was cracking up. And when he showed me this, you know, thank you so much for having me in Lisbon and showing me this. It was incredible. And I was like, when's this piece coming out? When's this piece coming out? Here it is.
Really?
I didn't know what we were going to be watching, but this piece, man, just the
Love
bits, you know,
You know
the
what?
social
The other-
commentary again. It's
The
just
social
insane.
commentary, but also what impressed me was when he was looking like this, and then when he had like the stubble and the beard and the long hair, and then when he cut it off, it still looked, it's that character consistency,
Yep.
which was still amazing. Brilliant.
The
Really,
voiceover
really liked
was
it.
so faithful, and you know, this
Funny.
Tony Robbins feel like, you know,
Yeah.
influencer, you know, but the way that the narrative goes, you know, when he's doing like the funeral bit, when he's talking
Yeah.
about like, now get it for $297, you know, it always
Yeah,
ends in a
yeah.
7 of all of these gurus, you know. Oh
What got me is
man.
when he said until midnight. So it's that's
Yeah.
as well. Brilliant.
Deal
brilliant.
offer now only open till midnight. For some reason, the polls aren't coming in, but I'm just seeing 111 being smashed in the comments. Norm 20, loving the sarcasm, hysterical. Don't know why the poll didn't properly work on that one, but yeah, it's just
Yeah.
straight ones, like hilarious social
Brilliant.
commentary, and
I'm
on such
gonna
a
have to
media
run because
topic.
I'm getting in trouble for my partner and my dog. So I'm
Oh
gonna have
yeah,
to
sorry,
run. I'm
mate.
getting it. Yeah, but
We're
brilliant.
25 minutes over.
Yeah, brilliant. I love the show. I'm gonna watch the first hour of the show.
What a
Ended
week.
brilliantly with Dor Brothers. Thank you very much for that, and thank you everyone as well. Another great show. Even though I came in halfway through, loads of comments, loads of thoughts, feedback, and everything. So thank you very much, guys. Chris, let's catch up soon. Paul, take care. We'll speak soon as well.
Hey, we got the show closing music as well. See you, mate. Great to see you again. Oh man, who else's show are the Dor Brothers just dropping into with live links, and then we get to close the show like that? Eh? Tell me, who else is getting that? Nobody. So, thanks again, guys, for everyone that's new. Make sure you subscribe to Luma. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube so that you see future events. You don't have to get invited through LinkedIn. Easily one of the best shows ever, says Glenn. I very much agree, mate. The ones were amazing. And it's a great thing that Paul's doing. You know, we're doing a lot of effort in the curation space right now and finding the best of the best for you guys. You may have seen some of these pieces appearing in your timeline already via various ones being viral, but actually a lot of them aren't. You know, that's what's so amazing, is that the best of the best sometimes hidden. So it takes a lot of digging. But yes, thank you, Dor Brothers. Thank you so much for doing that. You know, like just dropping in, telling us there's a link to download. Paul's grabbing it in the background. We're loading it in, closing out the show like that. It's fire. As I said, I'm definitely going to be in California in Google I/O Mountain View coming up next week. So look out for some potential changes of schedule for there. And I'm going to be in San Francisco for Upscale 2 weeks after that as well. Let us know if you're going to either of those events, because I'd love to meet up with you guys in person. Awesome live show. Thank you so much, Benil. Really appreciate it. Don't know why the poll wasn't working at the last one there, but like I said, just straight ones coming in. What a show, guys. What a show. The standards, the people involved, the dynamic storytelling, the music videos. It's crazy. The social commentary. Absolutely wild. Right. Thanks again to Paul. Oh, the music finished right at the perfect time there. Did you see that? Well, it's almost like I planned it. Right, guys. We'll see you all on a future episode, and make sure that you send in your links. We send earlier, you know, where to submit your content to as well, and the newsletter will give you all of the links for the show itself. There you go. There's the link back to submit, just in case you're like, where do I get onto this show and everything like that. That's where you get it. All right, guys. Paul's saying cheers as well. I'm going to give Paul a shout out. Yes, cheers. A lot of people involved these days. Great session, guys. See you soon.